Okay, let's see what we can do with this one. You can hear a clacking noise in this machine. Tack, tack, tack. It's like that sort of mechanical noise. This photocopier makes these terrible noises sometimes. It's like a tapping noise, I think is the way to describe it. Had this machine for nearly 2 years now, and it hasn't broken down yet, which is amazing, considering. Let's see what we've got to photocopy. Children's summer holiday art workshops, and we're interested. I think we're just going to take the top of it off at the top there. Yeah, art workshops. Painting and drawing, I take it, is usually is what sells in the art world. People like me who use photocopiers don't get any kind of recognition these days. I think photocopier art has been pronounced pretty well dead. If anyone wants to make graphic art, they turn to Photoshop or other computer programs to edit their pictures, and they just primarily use the photocopier to print it off. They don't use it like this. It's been a long time since photocopier art had some kind of recognition. I'm going to move that up. It's a bit too close to the edge. So yeah, we haven't had much. Haven't had any. I think it was in the early 90s when photocopier art sort of like died. So it's been dead essentially for decades. I seem to be the only person interested enough in keeping it alive. I seem to be the only person in social media who's made this kind of demo of my work. I believe there are other people who practice it actually, but they don't show it as videos as a general rule. They tend to keep it more underground. I mean, this is still underground art, but basically it's a little bit more out there in the social media world. Wondering if we're going to make this a little bit smaller along the vertical. But yeah, not many people practice this sort of art, or they don't video it. They don't make videos and post them on social media. That looks a lot better. It looks a lot more interesting. Just wondering if we're going to go further and maybe make it even smaller. I'm going to make this perhaps 340. But yeah, just photocopy art just seems to have died as a general rule, but I'm going to keep it going. I feel so privileged that I'm able to do this, that I'm able to use social media to propagate my work, to get it happening, to get it out there, because a lot of people probably don't know how to do the stuff that I do, or they're just a bit shy maybe, a bit shy to put it out there. It takes a bit of guts to get out on social media. It does, it takes a little bit of, yeah, so we're going to make it 300. we're just going to stick with 340. But basically, yeah, it takes a bit of guts to get your face out there. I mean, you do get people who criticise as well as getting people who like what you do. There's always a risk of being criticised or being abused when you put yourself out there. There's always a risk, and it's not for everyone to take that risk. I consider the rewards a lot bigger than the trade-off, and then the potential trade-off that I have with people who don't like me as a person or don't like the art. For whatever reason they've got a beef against me for some reason. Doesn't matter, I shouldn't let it bother me. I try not to let it bother me, folks. I just keep making my stuff, trying to get it recognised, and this is the way to go. The art gallery system is a bit old and stuffy. For me, I much prefer to self-promote using social media as a vehicle for my work. I don't care much for hiring an art space. I just don't think it get you very far in the long run. It just takes too long to get the people the recognition. Doing things locally just doesn't work anymore. I'm too old to go around doing the art gallery stuff. I have no time. I've got better things to do. But anyway, I wouldn't call this the greatest demo, but that looks interesting. I think now we can call it quits.